Concerned isn't what I'm doing with my knee. I'm putting it out of my head and I'm working right now. I still have stipulations, you know, like I'm not going, in certain situations I'll say, okay, stop, we'll restart, but I'm working and it's progressive. I'm feeling real good. I am fluent. I'm not wearing my brace when I'm doing my grappling and my drills, and that's just building the confidence day by day. I still have a while before I'm coming in to fight, but I'm right on track. I'm looking to be back beginning of the year, and you know, don't sleep on me.
Well, the beginning of the year is the big issue because, you know, the noises that are coming out of UFC HQ, it's like if he's not back at the start of the year, we're going to have to look at taking the title away from him. Thoughts on that?
You know what, we've already talked about that. I've talked about that in several interviews. Dana White told me about it. Dana White's already said what he said about it. It's all good. You know, I've expected that. It's not welcome news to me. Nobody wants to lose their title from injury. Come on. But it's something that you have to be real with yourself on, that there's timelines and there's business to be run. Him and Barao's looked really good. I'm proud to say that I get to fight him. You know, I'm excited for that fight. He's a completely different challenge, and I'll be ready.
You look like you've kept in really good competition shape. Like, you've obviously not been sat on the couch eating Taco Bell. What's it been like frustration-wise and motivation-wise for 2 years on the bench?
You know, truth is, everybody thinks I've been 2 years out, but I've only been out of the gym for the first 3 months of each surgery. So total, I've been out of the gym 6 months. In the amount of time that I've been out, I've only been out 6 months. Every other minute I've been in this gym, if I'm not coaching, I'm hitting the bag. If I'm not hitting the bag, I'm doing some sort of upper body drills with hand fighting or underhooks. If I'm not doing that, then I'm working front chokes. If I'm not doing that, then I'm working a sweep on my right side instead of my left side. I'm always doing something. I've never gotten out of shape. I've never done nothing. So, because I always had it in my brain that I was coming back as soon as possible. That being said, you know, it's been a slow, grimy process, but I'm still here. I'm not going anywhere.
And how's the mental pressure been of all that?
I love it. I love the mental pressure. I thrive under pressure. That's what makes human beings and the human race the strongest there ever was, is when you're put under pressure, how do you react? You know, some of the biggest feats that mankind has ever accomplished have been when we're under the most pressure, the most scrutiny. That's when we've accomplished the biggest tasks. That's how I feel like I'm going to do when I come back.
So I'm watching you train here today, Alliance Training Centre in Chula Vista, and room full of killers, you know, some big names all around. You're doing a lot of coaching. I don't know if you normally do a lot of coaching, but I also get the feeling that you're almost like the team captain kind of thing. Would that be a fair thing to say?
I don't know, man. That's not really up to me to decide. I lead by example. I lead with the things that I've learned over the years working with Eric Del Fierro, Lloyd Irvin, all my teammates. I've stole from them to show things that I show to the team. And I think more than anything, I just have a good feel for the way that you got to go through a practice to get the most out of your body and the most push. And I really know what the body's capable of. And a lot of these guys, I'm kind of teaching them that yes, you can do it. Your body can take more than you even think. So I think it's just from being there a little bit that I can push these guys every now and then. They push me just as hard, especially when I've been out. They've brought me to this current form that I'm in now. So together as a team, we've all made each other stronger. And I'm just kind of, you know, right now I'm not in camp yet. Mike Chandler's in camp. We got a lot of guys in camp. So normally Mike will run practice on wrestling days, and I'll be learning from him. But we trade off. Right now Mike's in camp, so I run it. That way he doesn't have to think. He can just do the mindless training thing and stay in shape.
You've just brought me to my next and sort of final question. We can just quickly run through your training, your teammates here, and you know who's got fights coming up. We've got Pearson Gillard, Chandler's got the Bellator pay-per-view. Levin's got a fight coming up. If you could just kind of run us through what's going on with the guys.
And what was the last part? I'm sorry.
Just kind of run us through what's going on with your teammates who've got fights coming up.
Well, what we do when the guys got fights, we always have a guy with a fight coming up. Like, at the end of practice, we all go in the middle and we go, who's got a fight coming up? Because somebody's always fighting. And whoever's fighting, we yell their name at the end of the practice, just, you know, because we're all there for them. Whoever's practicing, the focus or whoever's fighting, the training focus goes to them, and then everybody else comes second. And that's how we do it here. And together we build each other up, encourage each other. Whoever's got the fight coming up is who we focus on. And right now, like you said, we got Levin, Joey Beltran, Michael Chandler, Ross Pearson. The list goes on. So we all just kind of focus around these guys, and we all do our best to help them in the areas that they need the most.
Your other teammate Alexander Gustafsson fought John Jones, and in your completely teammate and close friend opinion, how did that fight go, and what do you think of the decision?
Oh, that fight was beautiful. That fight was exactly the way I thought it was going to go. Those guys both became better fighters from that fight, and that's what I love about it. On top of that, we finally saw John Jones be, you know, challenged. That's what this sport's about. John Jones needed a challenge. You know, he needed a challenge to see what he's about too. And as a friend of John Jones, I've met him outside of the cage. I've met him, you know, in seminars that we've happened to meet up and practice together, and he's just continued to get better. Also, look at what Alex Gustafsson has done. He lost to Phil Davis years back, and now he comes back and doesn't barely get taken down even for maybe 1 second. So that took Jones down. That just tells you how much better Alex has gotten, how much better, you know, Jones has gotten too. Because you look at him in the later rounds, and where I thought Alex would have the edge, you know, John Jones had the edge in the later rounds. That shows that he's improving too. And, you know, together those guys are raising the bar for mixed martial arts. So it was a beautiful fight to watch. I'm glad to have been able to watch Alex prepare for it and just be his. I'm proud to say he's my teammate.
Does Jones want that rematch?
Jones don't want that rematch. No, he don't want that. And if he does, he'll get it, but he's going to try to get as many fights in between as he can, because that was a war. Nobody wants to go to war like that 2 times back to back. So he's going to say, nah, I beat him decisively. Even though it was a close fight, it will happen again. It's a guarantee. It's just, you know, give these guys a rest to get their brains scrambled and glued back together before they go beat the crap out of each other again. Because I guarantee you they will fight again, and I guarantee you it's going to be just as tough of a fight the second time around.
Last two. One completely random question. Urijah Faber, your big rival, where do you think he's up to now, and has he still got a title shot in him? And the second thing now, I'm just looking for like a quick quote about Del Fierro and the Lions.
You know, what's that guy's name? What'd you say, Faker? Urijah Faber? Faber? Is that what it is? I don't know, man. I don't really worry about that guy.